In Cleveland, Ohio, a tragic event unfolded in July 2023, shattering an entire community. The victim was Breneisha Lightfoot, a 26-year-old rising rap artist and passionate community advocate, known by her stage name, Alada. Breneisha was deeply loved for her music and her work with a local organization dedicated to saving lives through first aid training for victims of gun violence. But just days before her birthday, she mysteriously went missing, leaving her family and friends terrified and desperate for answers. When police conducted a welfare check at her apartment, they discovered alarming signs of violence, including blood and bullet holes, indicating that someone had been seriously harmed. A search was immediately launched, and investigators learned that Breneisha had last been seen with someone very close to her. 3 days later, their worst fears were confirmed when Breneisha's body was discarded in Cleveland's Slavic Village neighborhood. The person she trusted most was soon taken into custody after confessing to her murder and leading police to the location of her body and the weapon used in the crime. This heartbreaking case quickly became a priority for law enforcement as they worked tirelessly to bring justice to Breneisha and her grieving family. This is her story. Breneisha Lightfoot, known to her fans as Alada, was a young woman filled with passion, ambition, and love for her community. Born on July 19, 1997 in Cleveland, Ohio, Breneisha grew up surrounded by music and culture. From a young age, she dreamed of becoming a rap artist, and through her dedication and raw talent, she began turning that dream into a reality. On social media, Breneisha shared her music and performances with the world, steadily building a loyal fan base of more than 23,000 followers. Her artistry was captivating, and her career was just starting to blossom. But Breneisha's heart was even bigger than her musical talent. She was deeply committed to giving back to her community and was a proud member of the Wolfpack Gunshot Response Team, a group devoted to teaching life-saving first aid techniques to help victims of gun violence before emergency responders could arrive. Under the mentorship of Ali Shakur, Breneisha threw herself into this work, showing incredible intelligence, focus, and compassion. To those who knew her, Breneisha was a beacon of kindness, a responsible young woman who inspired others through her dedication and generosity. Her family, friends, and community loved her dearly. However, Breneisha's personal life wasn't as bright as her public persona. She was in a relationship with 26-year-old Michael Worthy Nugent, a relationship that had become increasingly complicated and marked by tension. Those closest to her noticed troubling signs, including concerns about abuse and control. On July 18, 2023, during what should have been a joyful week celebrating her birthday, Breneisha went missing. Her sudden disappearance left her family deeply worried. Calls to her phone went unanswered, and when loved ones couldn't reach her, they contacted Bedford police to request a welfare check. Officers who arrived at Breneisha's apartment discovered a horrifying scene. There were clear signs of a violent altercation, including bullet holes and large amounts of dried blood, suggesting someone had been seriously injured. Not long after, investigators found Breneisha's cell phone abandoned in the yard of a nearby home. This chilling discovery deepened their fears and launched an urgent search effort. Police quickly focused on Michael Nugent, who had been the last person seen with Breneisha. But when authorities tried to question him, Michael was nowhere to be found. His sudden disappearance only intensified suspicions. 3 days later, on July 21, 2023, the search came to a devastating end. Police discovered Breneisha's body discarded in a wooded area of Cleveland's Slavic Village neighborhood near East 64th Street and Francis Avenue. The discovery confirmed her family's worst fears. Breneisha's life had been violently taken. That same day, Michael Nugent was apprehended. During questioning, He confessed to shooting Breneisha in the early morning hours of July 17, 2023. He even led investigators to the firearm he used to kill her and the location where he had left her body. Witnesses had earlier reported hearing gunshots and commotion near Breneisha's apartment around that time. One neighbor recalled seeing Michael dragging what appeared to be a body wrapped in fabric down the stairs. Michael Nugent faced serious charges, including involuntary manslaughter, tampering with evidence, and gross abuse of a human corpse. During his first court appearance at Bedford Municipal Court, his attorney entered a plea of not guilty on his behalf. Judge Michelle Paris set his bond at $2 million, reflecting the severity of the case. In court, Breneisha's family revealed that Michael had a history of abuse and violence toward her, a fact that made this tragedy even more painful. Records later showed that he had a criminal history spanning 10 years, including charges related to domestic violence, drugs, and weapons. On March 2024, Judge Dina R. Calabrese found Michael Nugent guilty of all charges. He was sentenced to 23 to 28.5 years in prison at Lorraine Correctional Institution, bringing some measure of justice to Breneisha's devastated family and friends. Breneisha's death sent shockwaves through Cleveland. Friends, family, and fans gathered to remember her vibrant spirit and honor her contributions to her community. Her mentor, Sansi Raleigh Shakur, spoke emotionally about her dedication to the Wolfpack Gunshot Response Team, sharing how much the children she trained loved and admired her. Fellow artist and friend Big Topic helped organize search efforts during the days she was missing, and later he joined others in paying tribute to her legacy. Breneisha's final social media post, made just days before her disappearance, hinted at turmoil in her relationship, a haunting reminder of the struggles she faced privately. For her family and friends, her absence has left a void that can never be filled. As Shakur expressed, "Anytime you lose somebody of her character and caliber, it will forever haunt you." Even in her absence, Breneisha's mission lives on. The Wolfpack Gunshot Response Team continues its vital work, inspired by her passion for helping others. Her story stands as a powerful reminder of the dangers of unchecked abuse and the importance of supporting individuals in volatile relationships. Early intervention, community awareness, and accessible resources are crucial to preventing tragedies like this. While justice has been served, the pain of losing such a promising young woman remains. Breneisha's family, friends, and fans hold tight to her memory, vowing to carry forward her legacy of music, kindness, and community service. May Breneisha Lightfoot be remembered not for the way her life ended, but for the bright, compassionate soul she was, and may her loved ones one day find peace.